recounts his incredible story of survival. He and a friend made a dramatic decision to bail out of a vintage warplane in trouble in the air. NBC5's Charlie Wojciechowski is here now with what happened next and a story that will astound you. Charlie?
Allison, it is amazing. Architect Ron Carlson is also an experienced bush pilot. He knows what to do when things go wrong in remote areas. That knowledge likely saved not only his life, but the life of a friend on a cross-country trip back to Chicago.
Okay, here at Stockton at Vintage Aircraft, we are on the day before departure.
It's been a labor of love.
No primer, right?
Ron Carlson has been restoring this World War II vintage Grumman TBM Avenger since he brought it over from Australia. He was bringing it back to the Chicago area, flying from Phoenix, Arizona, over a mountain range to the White River Reservation when something went wrong.
At the worst possible moment, we were just in cruise, everything looked good. I was on the instruments and all of a sudden a big bang in the front and everything just started shaking.
Carlson says smoke began to pour from the plane's engine while he and his friend Kenny looked for a place to put it down. They saw only trees.
Smoke was getting worse and I could tell Kenny was getting itchy back there, so I made the decision to leave the airplane.
Kenny went first but held on to the plane.
When I banked the airplane, I would say it was like this and then like this. That's when he let go, and that's when I got my chest out, sucked my legs out, and I just went.
The two made it to the mountainside injured and separated. They had no water.
I literally said to myself, I think this is it. This could be it. But again, and it's like people say, you think of your loved ones, and those, not only how sad they would be, but the most thing I thought, the biggest thing I thought about is I'm not going to get to see my boys grow up, kids, all of that stuff. And that's when you kind of get mad and say, I'm getting out of here.
Carlson spent the night on a bed of pine needles. The pair reunited the next morning, then started to hike down the mountain and out. Kenny, he says, went ahead when they saw a gravel road. He came back with help from the reservation.
An hour later, I was taking a rest, and boom, pickup truck comes flying by with Kenny in it. So I knew at that point the adrenaline just went out, and then next thing I knew, I had a cold Gatorade in my hand. So that was the best thing.
Both Carlson and Kenny are going to be okay. As for the plane, it has yet to be found. Live in Studio 3A, Charlie Wojciechowski, NBC5 News. Dick, back to you.
I known him a long time. He's quite a guy, very courageous, and we're glad he's okay. Great story. Thank you, Charlie.